There's a threat in the world today. A threat to our way of living, a threat to our society, and maybe even a threat to our very existence. And what is this threat?
For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world.
He is the one.
I am.
I am the ass.
He is.
And we are Black and White Sports.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I'm supposed to be the franchise player, and we're in here talking about practice.
How am I not pound the best fighter in the world? You tell me.
Because you're retired?
I mean, I want to see your face when you're asking this question and the way you're going to ask it. Look a man in the eye before you try to kill him or make up something.
He went through my soul.
And I'm not surprised.
Live from the Dual Layers, it's Wednesday night. That guy right there, you know him as the one, the bald one. This guy right here is the ass, the big ass. Together, we are Black and White Sports, powered by First Financial Bank. Mr. John Wayne Buzzard over there at 3535 East 96th Street in Indianapolis. Give that man a call for all your banking needs, 317-417-8582. And our Rockstar Realtor himself, Mr. Shawn Nugent, buying or selling a home. Get with Shawn over at Tucker now, 317-503-8322. Or email him, shawn.nugent at talktotucker.com. Damon, what is going on, man?
Well, first off, I like to say, you can. Ah, you like that, don't you?
I like it. The Street Fighter 2.
Hey, but no, really,
difference.
It's just me and you tonight, bro. It's been a long time.
That sounds a little weird. Just saying. But yes, I know what you're saying. I'm feeling what you're throwing at me. It is back to the roots for one night and one night only, folks.
You got it. So yeah, I suspect that we should have a little bit of old school fun. I mean, there's some interesting stuff we got lined up today and some changes, but you know, for the most part, you know, it's back to how we got it in the first place. I'm sitting here with a monitor here and a laptop here and a phone with the electric game on over there.
Well, how we started was it was all in front of both of us at the same time because we was on your porch.
And a Chromebook. And that's all we had. Now,
look at us grow. And you can grow with us too. Email us info.bwsports1@gmail.com and join the partners. I nailed that one. I did fantabulous on that one, Damon. You opened the door and I came through like a wrecking ball.
I was like, that was so excellent of a transition.
You know what that was? Organic.
That is
Speaking
great.
of organic, shout out to our brothers over at Dynasty Bros Fantasy Football Podcast. They just last night before our Taco Tuesday show did the premiere of their 2020 redraft on BW Sports 1, folks. That's right. That's awesome. They had a hell of a show.
It was.
It was.
No, Tiffany, we are not matching purple. My shirt is actually.
His is gray.
What?
His is gray.
Yeah, mine is gray.
Yeah. Hey, you know, there's only one cream of the crop, man. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
That's the Macho Man. Bam! Bada bing, bada boom, bada bang.
I think I'm going to have to E-Honda you, buddy.
Oh, I can do a good impersonation of Street Fighter. There you go. I'm done.
Yes, please be done. So, hey, man, you mentioned Taco Tuesday yesterday.
Taco Tuesday. Sorry, you said it. You know, it's like in my veins.
I did. That was fun.
It was. Gerald's awesome. Gerald Glassford. He's over at Lakers Fast Break and Pop Culture Cosmos. Check him out because, Damon, I think you got something to say. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. If you can.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna go hang out with I'm gonna hang out on their show, on the Laker Fast Break show on Monday.
Nice.
Nice. I don't know if it's live yet. I'm not sure, but I think it is. So, but I'll know before it pops on to let everybody know. Yeah, I'm gonna go hang out on their show for a while and talk a little Laker and a little NBA basketball.
That's
from
how
the
we
Midwest
roll.
perspective.
That's how we roll.
What up, D Wales?
Thank you, Tiff. You see that? Last night was a good show.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Uh-oh. Hey man, if we're getting the female perspective, we're doing something. You know, they hate to listen to boys talk, regardless if they're our friend or not.
It's true.
So I'm not leaving. I'm just grabbing bug spray.
Oh, okay, folks. He's grabbing bug spray because he is outside doing his deck tour at home tonight, folks. Remember, if you want the one to embrace his presence upon your deck, let him know so we can make the tour go round and round. I don't know. That was quick thinking. I don't know.
No, we are not.
Hey now, John. We're not
talking about the Eagles tonight at this moment.
Hey now.
But there's always opportunity to slide the Eagles in. There's always opportunity.
When the opportunity is shown, you must slide in. I'm on it tonight, guys.
All right. Thank you, Tiff. I appreciate it. I worked hard. You know what I mean? I didn't use a gay guy to decorate the
No, he used the whitest black guy I know.
Yes, Daniel did have it. Yes, Dan did come and have a drink on the deck.
What?
Remember? Yes.
Oh, that's that
Daniel
Michigan
Wells.
bro love, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, but it connected and is generated in Paris, Texas.
Okay. Well, at least there's a real reason behind it.
Yeah. We were
I love you, Dan.
How about this? We attended the same higher educational institution.
Gotcha. It's a good thing you didn't just stop at institution. People may wonder.
All right. Well, before we get into some of this mumbo jumbo sports,
the ass is exceptional tonight, folks.
Oh yeah, he's ass of a kind.
Oh yeah.
Before we get into it, hey, don't forget to check out our brothers over at Checkers and Wreckers with the Indy 500 coming up here in the next couple weeks.
We'll all be watching at the same freaking place.
They should have plenty of good information for you. And then if you're into the iRacing thing, there's no better place to watch a old nice iRacing race than on CWTV, commentated by our own stash of stashery, Howdy. Nope. Scratch that. That would be Tommy Boy.
Wow, you messed that one up.
Attention. I just want to make sure they was paying attention.
Oh, boy. All right. I think it's time for a little sports talk now.
All right. Why not?
Why not? Hey, there he is, Mr. Tom Racker. Just talking about CWTV, and look who pops on, the stash himself. Tommy Boy, Tom Racker, if you would like to join us for a quick minute or two, hop on in. I'll send you the link. No problem. We would love to talk to you on how you feel about the Indy 500 being fanless?
It's stash-tastic. You got to put it in your stationery.
Wow. Now the one scenario is going deep.
Hey, you got to stash up sometimes.
This is truly a rewind to our roots night, guys. I can feel it. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Hold on. I took a shot before I was ready for it. Now it's time for another one.
All right, should be fun. All right, okay. So where are we at? Are we done? Everything. So now so let's go. Let's go.
Let's roll, brother. Let's roll.
Most times when you are in a current season of something and they don't like something and they want to change it, they normally wait to the end of the season. But if it's bad enough, they just go ahead and cut that shit. So we just went ahead and cut that shit for swipe left because we don't follow the rules anyway. So we have now introducing a new mid-season change for bantering between the fellas. Bathroom scrolling.
Bathroom scrolling, folks, is brought to you by our friends at Orlex Acoustics. Check all their soundproofing engineering over at Orlex Acoustics. And as always, our brothers in Killeen, Texas, right here, the ones who made this for us, the ones who made the nice neon green and clear flags for the Checkers and Wreckers brothers. Gruntworks Custom Woods, that's right. Roll on. Let's roll.
Hey, what is Tommy Wrecker doing? Are you jumping in, bro? No, you get ready for some mod show. Oh, he's racing tonight.
No, it's the big show that he's broadcasting, the Monsters of Dirt.
No, okay, then I'll let it slide.
I sent you the invite. Hold on. I sent him the invite. It's in your email. If you got time, pop in. If not, we'll see you over at CWTV right after ours.
Yeah, make sure you jump over and check that out. It's pretty cool. I watch it from time to time. It's pretty interesting.
The Brad Doherty of BWSPORTS1 Racing.
Yeah, we both know nothing.
Silent partner.
But open wheel. I know what open wheel is.
Now he does.
No,
we're not going to. No. I know. We're not going to go back into that. We are not going to go back into that.
Always known.
I still have not met 10 people.
No, 10
African American.
Yeah, I was going to say something else, but I can't.
I don't know what you're going to say. I'm not going to say what you're going to say.
Colored. I was going to say colored.
Okay.
I like that word. I'm fond of it. It makes me giggle.
Wow. Anyway, let's talk some sports.
All right, so here we go. First up, big news, or is it big news? The Rock and his investment partners buy the XFL for $15 million hours before it goes on auction.
You know, Rock's a damn good business person. He's got to have some vision that Vince McMahon didn't have. Or he's like the Triple H of football, where he's Vince McMahon's crony, buys it because he doesn't want to run it, so he buys it from him. Now, I am really leaning on that one. Okay, I will say that. But he does have a football background. You know, he played collegiate at
a wet ground?
Football background.
Oh, okay. I thought that was a Brock ground.
What?
What?
No, he does have a football background because I believe Miami, right? It was either Miami or Florida State. Miami.
It was Miami.
All right. So I knew it was an ACC team that hated each other. It was one of those two teams. you know, that's where his original passion was. And then he got into the wrestling. Well, you know, the wrestling made him the money that he can buy a football league. Why not buy it? I mean, he's got partners in it. I'm not too up to speed on the partners that he's got with him, who he's bringing in with him. But, you know, I think it's a good investment.
If I'm not mistaken, I think it's this group that he does most of his business ventures with.
Okay.
So I think it's for them. And we've known that The Rock.
Is it the same people that he does that one show with? Because he's got some, like, remember American Gladiators when we were little?
Oh, yeah.
He's got some type of show.
Type of spin-off of that, yeah.
Yeah, he's got some type of show. That it may be the same people that are with him on that. I'm not too sure.
Hell, I don't know, because he's got the tequila, you know what I mean? He's got, you know what I mean, all kind of shit going on. So,
I mean, I got to put these glasses on before somebody thinks The Rock's on our show. Dead silence. Screw you. I'm going home.
No, so I like it because, for one, The Rock seems to make very wise money investments. And I think that it's not going to be at the hands of Vince McMahon, because Vince McMahon always tried to have some type of entertainment type twist to this football league when people are very passionate about their football. You see how it's taken this long for the CFL to still get the little credibility of football that they do get from here in the States. So I don't think that The Rock is going to go in it at that aspect. I do think that The Rock is going to try to put a good, solid football league together as it tries to unite a very vast semi-pro football level across the country. Now, The Rock has always been passionate about football. As you said, it was his first love. Only reason why he goes into wrestling because, you know, injuries and you weren't drafted. So where's the next best place to go if you're not coaching is in the wrestling.
Well, I mean, his dad, he kind of did follow in his
third generation. Right.
Yeah.
You're third generation. So there was no better place to gravitate. So I would think that he would try to get some type of unity of the semi-pro leagues to get a level of just underneath the NFL where they can send players to and scout from. And players that, just like the D League or the G League, whatever it's called now in the NBA, as you can
he lives in the ghetto. Somebody got caught speeding over there on 79. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's the I was trying to, you know, it happened.
Decipher which siren.
Yeah. I get it all. But
that was an ambulance.
No, I think that was actual police
officer of the law.
Yeah,
gotcha.
A distributor of justice. No, but I think if he does it like I've always talked about when the XFL keeps coming up, is are you going to do it as an entertainment or are you going to do it as some type of stepping stone for the NFL, like the G League? You know, because you can see now with the G League, some of these top 5 high school players are bypassing the NCAA for NCAA rules notwithstanding. They're going straight to the G League. They're not even going overseas anymore. They can go right here, make a couple $100,000, get the tutelage that you need from the people that you're trying to play with and for. Seems like a win-win.
I agree. I think it's going to be a good investment.
Yeah, I think it is.
I got to text the Ash just to bring me a beer because I forgot. And I don't want to play the commercial yet.
And the Sun King is going down really good. So I might have to eat another way myself.
It looked like it.
But it's Wednesday. It's social distancing. Were the roots, we got to stay at home. Was the liquor store sales have all gone up? I mean, the Lakers are freaking losing to Oklahoma City. Okay, they're coming back, but I don't like it. It's the bubble, but they're the number 1 seed, so you got to take a minutes restriction. Make sure you get them playing, but whatever. All right, next up.
Speaking of the bubble.
No, we ain't hit the bubble yet.
You should, because man, that would have been a great.
I know, but it's further down.
Folks.
Yeah, but it would have been if it was time for basketball. So I screwed that one up. So you're 2 for 2. I'm 0 for 1.
I love it.
All right, so as more games are being postponed, now you're getting more individual clubs having more than 2 or 3 people test positive, which are affecting games, which are affecting the 60-game total, which is already pushing late into October. I still say that this MLB season will not be completed. It's going. I don't know what Rob Manfred is thinking about. His procedures will work just fine.
Yes, he did, AJ. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Manfred is an idiot. It's obvious to everybody. Baseball can't get their shit straight. Nobody wants to listen. The player is always bigger than the team, than the organization, always in baseball. That's why there's no cap. That's why you have this. And that's why MLB will be shut down before let's say, the 20th of August. Unless something drastically changes.
So you say before Labor Day.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll say before. Here, if you were betting your ass, you could put the over-under on Labor Day. There you go. There's my bet your ass over-under. Sneak peek, folks, of, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you worked it, and then you fumbled. I mean, it was a great play call. It was great execution at the line.
It was like Mark Sanchez going from Southern Cal to New York Jets.
Oh, but fumble.
That's what it felt like. Man.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm really over any kind of crap with baseball.
But hey, the Reds are on a winning streak.
Yeah, when the Reds are playing great baseball, it's going to be all for naught. Because I don't really, you know what? I give Manfred a 30% blame on this issue, and I'll give the players a 70% blame. Because most of their issues that they're having are because the players refuse to follow the protocols that are set in for them. So,
and I know it's definitely going to be hard to bubbleize, so to speak, the baseball. Okay, I get it. But there's got to be a better way to handle it, whether you go so many people to Arizona, so many people to Florida, play games there, like tournament-style type things where you play – well, not necessarily tournament style. You stay there for a couple weeks and do like a round-robin style where you're playing those teams and you're getting the games in, and then you go and you switch places or switch teams, and that's it. That's as far as you go, whether it be a trip state to state or something. But there's got to be a better way to handle it.
I mean, the NHL, I think, is giving the NFL some type of blueprint of how they could possibly bubbleize NFL teams. I think the only way you can do it, especially when you want to magnify the social distancing, but you also want to be where you can get, something that accommodate, a 54-man roster plus staff. Now, obviously, it's not going to be a full staff. It's going to be a skeleton staff, but it's still a staff for a certain amount of persons per team. Now, with the NHL, they've set up 2 bubbles. Obviously, the NHL is not as big as the NBA or the NFL, but they set up 2 bubbles in, where is it, Vancouver and Toronto, correct?
Yeah, I believe so.
And so that's where the teams are playing. So you got 2 very large areas where you can accommodate more than one team in social distancing, where you could bubbleize them. But with the NFL, you're going to have, I'm going to say, at least 4 bubble areas because of the size of the number of teams.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you can do that, but somehow you have to work the schedule where you can control the travel between the cities or the bubbles. You know what I mean? You have a Pacific airline, or you just, hey, y'all got all this goddamn, excuse my French, y'all got all this money, owners. You can private jet between those bubbles. You know what I mean? You can isolate. You can take control of that. But as soon as you start to enter in the general public, that's when you come into your problem of switching city to city.
Right. I agree. We're just bathroom scrolling to the next idea.
All right. So, we haven't talked about this because it happened right after the show. Iron Mike and Roy Jones Jr. in a 6-round exhibition fight. And the latest I heard was Mike said he was gunning for a knockout.
Hey, man, everybody's got a game plan until you get punched in the face.
And then you bite his ear off.
Look, I think it's awesome for both of them to see both of them back in the ring, honestly. I was a fan of both of them. I mean, how can you take anything away in his in-ring appearances from Tyson? I mean, whatever happened outside the ring, it happened. He did his time. Do I agree with it wholeheartedly that she was totally innocent? No, but he did his time. He's out. Then he bit his ear. Then he grew up. We'll find out as long as Roy Jones comes out of that with both ears and toes and fingers and nose and everything else. But Roy Jones Jr., man, he's one of my favorites. I mean, both of these two are in my top tier of boxers. And
listen, Linda.
Roy Jones still not going to have a chance up against Tyson.
Roy Jones Jr. was an absolute marvelous light heavyweight of all time. I mean, he was that good. He was pound for pound best boxer on the planet. He knocked boys out with body blows. I mean, like, oh, yeah, I'm good. I don't want to fight no more. Ding, ding. But, you know what I'm saying? And until he met an individual by the name of Roy Tolver. Didn't look so good for Roy after that. And then he started to make up words on Showtime's boxing. The words are even worse than, at least my words that I make up, make people think that it's a real word and they agree with me.
Most of the time.
My guy Roy was making up words and the people was like, huh? But no, Roy was a fabulous boxer. This would be a great exhibition to see, two guys that people loved and adored and just was a joy and a pleasure to watch inside the ring. Mm-hmm. We've seen Tyson do a couple videos, of his workouts. I mean, I don't even know if I haven't seen what Roy's been doing, but Tyson kind of looks like he's not looking for an exhibition. I mean, he might want to fight maybe somebody who's actually fighting. Tyson looks pretty good, man.
Sure that Roy is not sitting there eating cupcakes and donuts. You know Roy Jones is sitting there in the gym, getting his workouts in. He knows that Tyson still has the power behind that hook, period. Tyson knows that Jones has the power in his hooks, especially his body hooks. But I just something about that big thing right there, that hammer that Tyson throws, that I would bet your ass
it's the
on
best
a fourth round knockout.
That's the best two-piece in all of boxing.
Yeah.
Uppercut. Best two-piece in all of boxing. Boys go to sleep.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just hope, my thing is, I'm going to watch it. I'm definitely going to watch it. But my thing is, I hope
with a
that
$50 pay-per-view to this one.
Yeah, it's only 50. So, yeah, definitely going to get that. But I just hope that it's treated as an exhibition. I mean, I like to see a good fight, but you know what I mean, at no point was this fight would have ever been a good fight for any of them at any point in time in their career. So
still, I'm with you though. I want to watch it.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch it. All right, so Antonio Brown is drawing a whole lot of interest for a whole lot of teams after finally being handed down his sentence by the NFL. 8-game suspension.
I was done talking about AB last year.
I mean, there's a lot of teams who are Super Bowl mentioned teams that are very interested in AB. And
John, going back to John's comment earlier, here's where the Eagles talk comes in.
I mean, it does. It kind of does because they've been mentioned, not as much as I've heard Green Bay and Seattle.
Well, geez, they need to give your boy Aaron somebody to throw the ball to.
Hey, listen, you might not like off the field antics the last 2 years, off your meds, but he might be back on the meds because he's drawing a lot of interest from a lot of teams who don't normally put up with a lot of bullshit players. So if you're really considering it, especially after knowing that he's going to get an 8-game suspension, which is going to put you right into time for playoffs, you can't argue the guy's talent on the field.
Not arguing that part.
At least his on the field shit can outweigh his off the field shit, unlike a scrub named Odell Beckham Jr.
Yeah, man.
Because you're not good enough for your bad stuff to be okay. You're not Michael Irvin good, bro.
No, I mean, well,
you can walk in the court with a fur and 2 hookers and cocaine in your pocket and still beat Super Bowl.
Yeah, you ain't Michael Irvin, man. You ain't Michael Irvin.
You can't do that.
No. So okay, on AB, I am not taking anything away from his on-field attributes, his talent, and all that. But I'm from Indy, and the only reason I should be from St. Louis is because show me you're ready to put the shit aside and get focused back on your job that you get paid millions of dollars to do. And if you can't, then fine. Done deal. Quit egging it.
And there it is. There it goes. I mean, all the grievances have been settled. All the monies have been paid. Your sentencing has been laid down. So you have nothing. You have no more excuses. So now it's put up or shut up.
Put up or shut up. Show me.
And don't be surprised if he ends up back in the black and gold.
Blah,
Just saying.
blah, blah.
Just saying.
Yeah, nobody cares about the black and gold. But you mentioned somebody.
Black and yellow.
Yeah.
But just
so you mentioned somebody else. OJB. Oh no, OBJ. Whatever the hell they call him. Odell Beckham Jr. Yeah, that guy. You mentioned him. And
Mr. Gloves.
What? Yeah. What I find, hey, real quick, if anybody's on a watch party, come over to the Black and White Sports page so we can see your comments right here, folks, right here, Black and White Sports page, or YouTube, BWSPORTS1. Odell Beckham is, you could either opt out,
whack,
and get paid, or you can play and get paid. Pick one because it's literally right in front of you, whichever you want. Once you pick it, don't bitch about it. That's all I got to say about that.
All right, so we are going to swipe on Odell Beckham. All right, so you got the
This is the first time, folks. We're not even doing swipe left, and he swiped left and didn't say anything about that.
So first major for the PGA coming up this weekend. Was it the Players
US.
Championship? The US, yes, the US. First major since the shutdown, which normally would be the third major of the year. Am I correct?
I believe so, yes.
Because this one would have came up after the Masters and after the whatever.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think it should have been the third. This is the first because obviously they didn't have the first two. I want to hear what your thoughts are on this because I got a sleeper.
I got a sleeper. And I'm going to tell you,
Tiger is not a sleeper.
Hey, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to always go for Tiger. But the sleeper that I think with people is everybody's talking about, but this field is really huge. I like not Bruce Koepka as the biggest biceps in golf, but I like DeChambeau in this one.
DeChambeau.
You know, everybody's thinking
hold on.
he's
I gotta do it.
juicing.
I gotta do it. Ready? DeChambeau steps up. He has a 14-foot putt. The backswing. And he hits it. Oh my gosh, we gotta go talk to him. Hey, nobody's around us, but we're still gonna whisper in an interview like this. Is this okay? Told you I was on one, folks.
Oh yeah. Actually, DeChambeau is actually in the news right now because the talk is, you've seen how he's bulked up, how he kind of looks like Bruce Koepka now, like they was like my guys on that Barry Bonds program, but they talked to his trainer, who is actually an employee of the Denver Broncos. And he was saying that they've been working on this man's transformation for 2 years. Yep. You're just now seeing the effects. You're just now seeing the end results of us been training his body for 2 years. You know
exactly what I tell people. This has just been years in the making.
If he's never failed the test, I can't be.
No, I don't argue. I really don't think he's been juicing. I really don't.
Nah. Hey, but I like the Shambo.
Maybe taking some of those testosterone enhancers or something, but not juicing. There's a difference.
Yeah, because where they're playing at, he's good. It's set up good for your long drivers. So with his transformation, excuse me, he's added about 20 yards to the end of his drive. So that's going to give him a little more distance where he's out there with McIlroy and Bruce Koepka and Jordan Spieth and Tiger when he's hitting straight. they're all still out there. But what DeChambeau has, he is good with his irons and with his flat face. So if he gets good length, I think he can challenge real good. But I'm always going with Tiger when he's in the field.
All right. Well, I told you I had a sleeper. I'm going to tell you that my sleeper is no stranger to making a run for the championship. Patrick Cantlay. I am going to go with him, and I took some notes on this, okay? I took some notes on this.
Notes, baby.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He is – watch out now. Watch out now. Okay, he is a strong player off the tee, all right? And he's got California roots, and they're in the West Coast. I'm telling you right now, you bet your ass on the plus $3,000 or 3,300 that they're giving that guy.
That's 3,300 in this show. No, that's 3 bet your asses in this show.
There must be a reason.
Yes,
there must be a reason.
It must be a reason. So when you gonna play the damn commercial?
I'll play it in a minute. I'll play it in a minute. I'll play it in a minute. No, I'm going with Patrick Cantlay to pull this out. I don't think it's going to be a major name to win this. A lot of them's looking sluggish. It's really anybody's weekend starting tomorrow. So if I'm going to say it right now, Patrick Cantlay wins the U.S. or the U.S. Major.
Yeah, is it the Open or the Players? It's the Open.
I think it's the Players. I think it's the no. It is the U.S.
I think it's the Open. It's
it is the Open. Yes,
because they're also talking about the Open in tennis coming up, and players are dropping out of that already. Even though you social distance just by the nature of your damn sport, but whatever.
Anyway,
so who eats? I was told to eat shit when I was asking for another beer, please. So ouch. I apparently am in the house of doggeth. No, so yeah, I like it. These guys are great. Radius is always better when Tiger's in it. He's in it, so people should be watching. I'll be split screening it because the bubble.
It's the bubble.
Okay. We got 2 major thumbs up for the NBA once again with their absolute perfect execution of the bubble. They have extended their 0 positive test results for all 343 players in the bubble.
Good job. That's the way it should have been done. Awesome job, Adam Silver.
Yes.
And the players and the coaches and everything. Awesome
job. Those guys bought in. Here's the protocol. This is what we're going to do. These guys bought in. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, we get to do what we get to do. So maybe it was a little easier because it was towards the end of their season and most of them had paid all their money anyway. So
true.
It might have been a little easier. I'm sure if it was a full season, it'd have been just a tad bit more difficult because I don't think you're going to stick all these guys in a bubble for 82 games, even though I love this AAU style bubble basketball.
It wouldn't have lasted 6 months, 8 months.
No,
whatever.
Dude, this shit is, man, games. Laker games is at 4 o'clock. Like, I'm watching one now, it's halftime. But Laker games is at like 4 o'clock instead of
like tip off at 10:30. Yeah.
Yes. It is absolutely amazing. I've been watching games since 2:30.
Analyzing, right? Analyzing.
Sure. If that's what you call it, that's what I've been doing.
That's what I call it. That's what I call it. What we got?
Thank you, wife. What else we got? We got some sour grapes. Texas Tech women's basketball coach. Players say that the coach has created a toxic environment for the players. Now, the allegations that have come out have been for mental abuse, plus multiple reports of sexual harassment. I like to say harassment, sexual harassment against, what was it, the strength coach and conditioning coach who resigned in March.
I don't know what to say on this because I'm tired of saying it. It's like talking to a little child that just never stops doing the same thing wrong over and over and over and over and over again. You beat yourself against the wall for a while, and then once you're done, you just say, fucking, I'm done. I don't know what else you have to say and do to get these sick people out of the way of good people's lives, period, point blank. I don't know.
See, I want to split this article up in two. One,
and I haven't. That's my first opinion on the whole situation overall. I have not read anything. I couldn't tell you if it's
There's really nothing to read. It is what it is. It's exactly what it is. I like to separate these two because I think they're two different conversations. One, abuse is abuse. It be mental or it be physical or sexual, but I want to separate them. The issue with the trainer or the conditioning and strength coach, that should be never accepted, never allowed, and it shouldn't be multiple reports.
Look,
There should have only been one report. You know what I'm saying? It should never have been multiple. Should have always been one report, and then them people are gone. It never should have been, well, that person resigned. That person should have been terminated, found out that you were guilty, and then imprisoned. That's what you should have been doing, because you're taking advantage of young athletes who have not quite yet figured out who or what they are in this life. So, especially at a time that very impressionable, still the last minutes to sway left or right, good or bad, how a young person makes their next moves in life. So that notwithstanding, that should have been dealt with in a whole separate issue. Now, when it comes to this mental abuse, I kind of like to look at it differently. As in, I was raised in the late 80s and the 90s. Man, tough love is how you got through. I mean, how many of us got our ass whipped, got coaches yelled in our faces, all in there, grabbed your jerseys, maybe hit you with a basketball when your ass wasn't running up and down the floor. Yep. But how many of us have turned into women beaters and kid beaters and just abusers of the system? I don't know.
Not I.
I don't know none. But I sure see a whole lot of these. No, look, Johnny, go stand in timeout. You can't talk to my kid that way because I don't talk to my kid that way. But your kid talks to you that way. I'd be goddamned if any of mine talk to me the way these kids do. But that's the way society is. You know, these kids are not controlled. And that's what you get.
I agree. I have nothing else to say on that.
But I'll back my bus up. There is a limit to what you can and do to another individual or player that you are in control of. I'm all for tough love, but I'm not in for headbutting players. Not in for throwing chairs across the floor. You know what I'm saying? If you have to grab a jersey and shake a jersey, that's fine. But if you grab a jersey and you're shaking a kid like he's a, you know what I'm saying?
That's different.
Then we got a problem. You know, there's a line.
I agree.
So I didn't like Texas Tech anyway, so I don't give a shit.
Next.
Who's up?
Oh no.
Oh yes, we get to talk about my favorite person in the league right now. That's not Jason Tatum.
They call him Skinny Mellow.
Lillard says that the league and fans and analysts have all showed the Hall of Famer to be Carmelo Anthony, Skinny Melo, so much disrespect. And do you think that people might own Carmelo in my bad like Max Kellerman? Do you think you might own Carmelo in my bad?
To me, I've never really been a full Carmelo Anthony fan. Not a hater either. He was an awesome player. He still is at his age, and he's really underrated right now.
At 38.
At 38 years old. So, what? Vince Carter went to 42. Isn't that what he retired at? Is 42 this year?
Yeah.
Melo could follow those footsteps.
Hey,
and
listen.
Maybe have the best seasons of his career in Portland with Dame.
All right, I'm going to say this. Melo was in the perfect situation. He needed Portland to need him, and Portland needed him because of the injuries. So it was a perfect situation. Carmelo needed that opportunity for somebody to say, hey, we think you can do this. He said that I've made the adjustment. I understand. I know what my role is. I'm willing to do this, but you have to give me that opportunity. So it worked out well for Portland. Didn't work out for Houston. Didn't work out so much for Oklahoma City. With the Houston, I don't think he was just quite ready to be that role player, being forced to play with a guy who doesn't want to give up the ball. I think it had something to do with it. And then backdooring it with Russell Westbrook, the same situation. I think he worked to a great spot. It troubled me a little bit at the beginning when you put Melo at the 4, but I thought he played well. He adjusted well. He put the weight on that people was like, oh, we got Chunky Melo, and everybody's not giving him the stuff.
They call me Chunky Melo,
but now
they call me Skinny Melo.
But now with the 4.5 months that these guys had off, Portland gets those 2 bigs back. Melo goes back to the 3. Then we get Syracuse Melo back. We get Skinny Melo. Melo's doing it. He's posting up little guards. He's being third wheel, and he's cool with it behind Dame and behind CJ McCollum. It works for him. Then he becomes the focal point of the team too, the second team offense. So Melo's getting those one-on-one isolations, and he's also improved his spot of three-point shooting. He's now shooting about 37 to 38% from the three-point line off spot ups. As you can see last night, he hits the game winner. Spot up, 38% from the field. There you go. Melo is killing them. Hey, I'm all for Team Melo. I'm with Team Melo. You put some spec on his name. And they're right. They owe Melo a my bad.
All right. Well, in the place where he was when he came to Houston, and he came to he had correct me if I'm wrong, when he was with Denver, that was what, 3 years ago? 4 years ago?
No, he was with Denver first.
Okay.
And then he went to the Knicks. Yeah.
Okay. So from the Knicks he went to Houston, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so from that transition, when he was paid buku amount of money in New York to be the man and wasn't because
no, don't do that.
No. Hold on. He wasn't because the Knicks had nothing going on over there at all besides him. It can't happen on it. You can't have. You got to have something for the guy to work with.
Something.
So from something.
Something.
So from
Iverson had something.
He had something. Very little, but he had something.
Something.
Melo had absolutely zero in New York. So when he made that transition to Houston, like you said, he wasn't ready to not be the man, because they had Harden.
He's like, I can still ball. I can still ball. I can still be a star. I'm still a number one. No, you're not.
Yeah, they didn't want that. And it took him a while to realize it, but like you said, he's finally in the mindset to where it works. And I didn't say it the other night, or last night when we were talking to Gerald, but when you said it, I agreed. Portland, scary team in the future.
Hey, I want Portland in, but I want Portland to win out. And these seeding games at the end, I need them 7th. I cannot have them 8th. If Portland is 8th, it is very possible.
Lights out for LA in the first round.
LA in the first round. It is very possible because Dame is something to. Hey, he's already torched the Lakers on Kobe Day. So, and this AAU thing, it is really capable of them dudes getting hot. Nurkic and Collins is working themselves in real nicely, and you got Skinny Mellow.
They call him Skinny Mellow.
Yeah, so I'm good with that.
All right. Well, that's all we have for bathroom scrolling tonight, folks. Now let's watch a little something from our friends over at mybookie.ag. MyBookie is where you want to put your money at if you're wanting to bet some money. Pay attention. Might catch a promo code.
Who was desperate enough to get some wagers in on the Marbula 1 marble races? We've been with sports for so long, I know I was. But this week, we're in for a treat with 3 of the 4 major sports back in action. MLB, NBA, and NHL all have resumed play. And with no fans in the stands, we're taking advantage of some of these early game lines with MyBookie. Plus, MyBookie just brought back the deposit match bonus, so you can grab yourself some extra cash to build up that bankroll. And the best part is, when you roll with MyBookie, it's simple. You bet, you win, they pay. There's a reason I tell people to visit MyBookie, and that's because it's the only online sportsbook that asks the questions you and your friends actually want to put money on. Are Giannis Antetokounmpo's Bucks a lock to represent the East in the finals? Who's going to average more points, LeBron or Kawhi? Debating your buds is cool and all, but I'd much rather throw down some cash to see who's right. But truth be told, I'll bet on anything. That's why I'm pumped the MLB and NHL are back in action too. Lines, prop bets, futures, MyBookie's got them all. Trust me, this is the only place you want to be putting money down this season. Join today and MyBookie will match your first deposit dollar for dollar up to $1,000. Just enter promo code BWSPORTS1 when signing up. Remember, at MyBookie, the terms are simple. You bet, you win, they pay.
That's right, folks. MyBookie. Use the promo code BWSPORTS1 and receive a full 100% deposit match up to $1,000 on your first deposit and a nice $10 bet to start you off with. Yeah, man.
Yeah. All right. So, new section. We're gonna switch meat and potatoes to somewhere else. I don't know what. So we're gonna switch it. And we're gonna change it to Broscussion.
That's right. And Broscussion tonight is brought to you by Spektrum Glasses and the Prospect 50s. If you like to save your eyes but not lose any type of color contrast, check out Prospect 50s at Spektrum Glasses. Use promo code BWSPORTS1. Get 10% off. And as always, our buddy, good old Tony Payton over at Ultrasound Installations. All your car audio needs, to alarms, accessories, audio, speakers, whatever. Check that out. Ultrasound Installations.
Yeah, so Broscussion. I was going to
It's
type something.
bro discussion.
So basically, I don't know. So I got on here at College Talk. I think we're running a little short on time, so
Thank you so much.
I'm gonna ask our buddy here. Did we get the UFC debut fight winner for tomorrow?
As you know, our good friend Mr. Nathan Mayhem Manis went to the Las Vegas in UFC Apex last week. I'm sorry, fought in a 3-round battle against a brand new opponent than what he was training for the whole time. And he won his debut fight in the UFC. So Nathan Manis is coming back. Whoa!
Didn't he get kicked in the nuts like 3 times?
Man, he got kicked completely 3 times. And there was a few times that you kind of seen him wince on some knees that went up towards that way. So, yeah, he might not be able to have any babies anytime soon now. But Nathan will be joining us for Couch Talk tomorrow night, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. If you don't know his name, you should probably listen for it, because I'm telling you, there's going to be gold around that man's waist, not in the not so long future.
All right, so awesome. Well, I think that's since we're running a little TikTok-y on time, I think we're gonna switch broscussion to maybe a special over the weekend, since it's going to deal with a lot. Yeah, it's going to deal with a lot, because it's going to talk about.
You got one?
No, I do not have one.
Uh-oh.
Wife, do we have shots? I know she's watching, I think, but he already took it. But it's going to deal with the college football scene, because students are starting to get back to school and a lot of stuff are going on. So this is going to be a little bit more than a 10-minute conversation. So maybe we over the weekend, or who knows, we might jump something on and do something for you. But make sure you guys tune in tomorrow. So we're going to have that. Oh my God, get off me! Right. The man that's hanging out with us tomorrow. So that'd be great.
Maybe that's what he should have done. Nathan, the praying mantis. Get it? Get it? Get it? Get it? Get it?
Yeah. So
I watched the whole fight, man. It was good. But I got some things that I want to talk to him about tomorrow on the interview that you won't want to miss, folks. You won't want to miss this. I'm not getting into it tonight. I'm going to get into it with him.
All right. So, awesome. So make sure that if you need anything for your small business loans or anything of the sort when it comes to small business, or just want to know a little bit about, what to do and how to approach certain things, why don't you hit our buddy over at First Financial Bank, the official bank of the BWSPORTS1 Network, John Wayne Buzzard, 317-417-8582, or john.buzzard@bank@first.com. Or you can hit up, if you are looking for the right home, the best home, not the big home, but the right home, hit up our guy, the Rockstar Realtor, Shawn Nugent, over at Talk to Tucker. So you can talk to Shawn or you can talk to Tucker, but I hope you talk to Shawn. You can get him at shawn.nugent at Talk to Tucker, or you can get him at talktotucker.com/Shawn.Nugent.
I am so proud of you, my friend. You did such a great job. I just want you to look in the camera right now and look at my eye. I look like Kane.
Oh.
You see it? You see it? Hey, So I want to do straight from the ass right now. Right now, everybody knows this little girl is Just Jazz, a.k.a. the Pew Pew Girl. I'm going to tell you little boys something. This is straight from the ass. Stay away from this one.
Yeah. Safest idea.
See, she even knows.
And that was straight from the ass. And I'm going to give you the one thought.
I can't hear anything.
This is the one thought that you should have when it comes to Jazz. She has a 6'6", 300-pound black uncle who is a felon and is not scared to go back.
Got a lot of uncles. Got a lot of uncles. We'll all be cleaning shotguns. Hey, let's go shoot.
Well, not this one.
Shotgun's legal. Shotgun's legal. It's house protection.
Seriously?
Oh, yes.
They should be illegal.
I'm good. I'm good.
That guy right there, he's the one. This guy right here, he's the ass. And together, we are Black and White Sports. Check out check out all the happenings.
Sonic Boom.
BWSPORTS1.com. Damon, as we do every night, Pinky.
What is that?
He's getting warmed up. He's at the plate.
Oh my gosh.
He's shaking it like it's hot. He's from the St. Louis Show Me State. He's about to say it. Because
we keep Indy sporty, baby.
Pew pew! Peace!